what a bizarre weekend of football. Manchester City won a game, Sterling dropped a disaster class, and Klopp lost his rag with a reporter after losing a game. Wait, now I think about it, that's a pretty usual week in football because that happens more often than not. But yeah, let's get into the FA Cup quarterfinal roundup. We'll start with the first game being obviously Coventry Wolves, which was a huge shock because I was watching for a little bit and I was just like, Wolves have got control of the game here and they should definitely go through. I predicted them to obviously go through but before the game kicked off, but they didn't. They kind of bottled it. They should have definitely be able to take control of that game and see it out. But obviously they already won the FA Cup in the Black Country Derby against West Brom. They obviously already won the cup there, so they've already got the trophy. It doesn't really matter if they go to the semi-final or not. Am I right? They played their cup final. And then we'll move on to the City game, and it was just typical City, wasn't it? We didn't score very nice goals, but do we ever score very nice goals? No, not really. But we got the job done. It wasn't actually typical City because we kept a clean sheet. That doesn't usually happen. But yeah, again, it was just an average game. But we've got the two lesser games out of the way. Obviously, lesser games in excitement. Obviously, the Man City game is at the top because we're that good. But we'll move on to Chelsea. Leicester, well, we'll focus a little bit of time because it's not really what we're here to talk about today, but I kind of want to cover all the games. Sterling's terrible. See, this gentleman right here, this is a shirt from the 1920 season, I think. Yeah, terrible. Like, if you're going to take the ball off of someone to take a penalty, you have to score. You literally have to. And then he proceeds to take the worst penalty I've ever seen. It was so bad. There was no conviction in that penalty. He also blocks Mudrik's shot. I don't even know why he's in the way there. Like, he didn't even make an effort to move out of the way. He just stood there and let the ball hit him, knowing full well that the ball's still in play and he stood in front of the goal. And then he takes that free kick. And how do you have your penalty saved by hitting it with so little power and hitting it so low, and then do the exact opposite with a free kick? And how has Sterling, of all people, hit that ball so hard that it went so high? And also, how has he hit it so wide? Like, fair enough, if your free kick goes wide, but it's like at the height of the goal, so if it was shot at the goal, it would be on target. And fair enough if you put it over the goal, but obviously if it dipped lower, it would have been on target. But to miss the goal in width and length is crazy. Is crazy. Obviously Diassi got very unlucky with his own goal. But that's really the story of Chelsea in the cup, isn't it? Really, they play absolutely dross, but bail themselves out just before extra time. They did it in the round before, the previous round against Leeds. Did it again against Leicester. Not going to do it in the semi-final because we're going to absolutely smash it on. We're going to fucking get right into them. But yeah, no, that's that game out of the way. So let me talk about the main event. Klopp's farewell tour. His perfect ending, his last dance, his goodbye, the people's manager, the kindest man in football, the best manager of all time, more Premier League title wins than Ferguson, more point, got the most points ever in a Premier League season, a longer unbeaten streak in the Premier League than Wenger's Arsenal. Klopp, the man that's done it all. By all I mean, he's won 1 Premier League, 2 Carabao Cups, an FA Cup, and the Champions League. In comparison to Pep's 5 Premier Leagues, 1 Champions League, 3 Carabao Cups and 2 FA Cups. But Klopp's back. But Man United take an early lead, and you think, okay, leading at Old Trafford, you know, they'll be able to hold on to this. Just play negative football, and they'll be able to hold on to it. No, they concede 2 goals in 3 minutes to go into half-time 2-1 down. Then Anthony rescues them, gets them an equaliser with 5 minutes to play. Anthony of all people to score. That's quite funny. It was a decent finish from him. Like, it was actually a decent like I'll give him props. Like, it was actually a decent finish. Like, it was actually a good goal. The way he swiveled onto his right, and it was a good finish. I'll give him that. It was a good finish. I can't really say the same for any of the goals beforehand, but that was probably the best goal so far. And then Rashford does typical Rashford things, gets a beautiful ball over the top from Eriksen. Eriksen like rolling back the years as if he was in his prime Poch Spurs days. Gets a beautiful ball from Eriksen over the top, and I don't understand how he's put it wide. I actually don't If Liverpool won that game, the blood on Marcus Rashford's hands would have been crazy, because I don't understand how he's missed that, like, at all. So then we get into extra time, and things go from bad to worse for Marcus, because Harvey Elliott scores a deflected shot from outside the box to put Liverpool 3-2 up, and looking to win the game, really. Like, Liverpool mentality monsters, they're going to see it out, they're going to win their quadruple. No, because they let Marcus Rashford score to make it 3-3. And it was a poor goal. It was a very, very poor goal to concede. It's just, they just didn't want to get the ball out, and I feel like that was a lot of Liverpool's problems. Like, Man United could just keep recycling attacks because Liverpool didn't want to get the ball out. So then, bam, they're sitting at 3-3. It gets into the 120th minute, and you're just like, yeah, let's play for penalties. Or let's get a goal, because we're on the edge of United's box. Let's just either keep the ball or get a last-minute winner. No, Harvey Elliott gives the ball to Garnacho, who drives forward with the ball. He's in a 2v1 with Ahmed Diallo up with him, and I think he was up against Conor Bradley. Garnacho plays an absolute hospital pass to Diallo. Like, is like one of the worst passes I've seen in that sort of situation, but Diallo deals with it well, gets the ball, tucks it into the far corner, runs off, takes his shirt off, gets a second booking, gets sent off. Man United win the game. And yeah, it was disgraceful, and it was spineless from Liverpool. Like, their inability to see a game out twice is crazy. Like, fair enough, bottling the lead late on in normal time and taking it to extra time, but then basically doing the exact same thing but worse in extra time is crazy, and the game management was awful. And I think this all really stems back to midweek. Obviously, they played a very important game against us last weekend, where we drew 1-1 with Salah getting, I think Salah played about 30 minutes, and then he played a full 90 against Sparta Prague when they were basically already through, and he played plenty of senior players in that team. I think Van Dijk played as well. Obviously, Nunez played, and Gakpo played. And then obviously Salah plays again today. Yesterday even. Doesn't play very well. Obviously scores, but like, you could tell he was tired. Gakpo comes on, plays absolutely honking, and it's his fault. And it's his fault for mismanaging the squad. 100%. And yes, you can say, they've got a lot of injuries, this and that, but he was happy enough to play kids in a more important game against Chelsea. Why didn't he do it against Sparta Prague, or even do it yesterday? I think they would have better chances of winning if they played the youngsters again against Liverpool than the tired first team players, honestly speaking. And then that brings me to Mr. Jurgen Klopp's post-match interview, where he storms out like he usually does, throws a hissy fit because he got asked a question he doesn't like. Media darling Klopp, this is the man that could do no wrong. And yes, maybe sometimes he does get asked stupid questions, for the journalists trying to get some bait out of him to get their story, right? You know, fair enough. But you don't have to bite. Any other manager does that. I don't stand up for Arsenal at all, ever. But if Arteta does that, it's all over the front page. And he's being called an absolute disgrace, this and that, this and that. Ten Hag does that. It's the exact same thing. But because it's Klopp, because it's darling Klopp, he gets away with it. And he's done it on countless occasions. I don't think it's rude. Like, okay, I get you're upset that you lost, but like, you don't need to be that rude to just put other people just trying to do their job. And even if they are trying to get a rise out of you, why then retaliate and give it to them? Like, it's just stupid. But that's really all I have to say on that. It was a disgraceful showing from Liverpool, and I hope they carry on that form in the league, if I'm honest. That takes us obviously to the draw, with it being Coventry versus Man United in the semis, and obviously Chelsea versus City. I think we need to beat Chelsea now. Like, we've played disgraceful against them both times in the league, and we just need to put that to bed, go and win, take it to get another FA Cup final, potentially another Manchester derby in the final. That would be crazy. Back-to-back Manchester derbies in the final, and then set ourselves up for a potential back-to-back treble. Wow, that would be great. I don't think it's honestly how I see the stage. I think we win the treble or we win nothing. I was actually deep in it, because I went to Cardiff on Saturday, and I was saying to my mate, I was like, what? Now I think, well, I said Saturday in a really Bristolian accent. That was kind of grim. But yeah, no, I said to him on Saturday that I think we win the treble, we win nothing, because I think it's just one of those where I think if as soon as we bottle it in one competition, I think our legs might go, because to be competing for a treble 2 years in a row this deep into the season is unsustainable. And at some point I think our legs will go, because again, as much as everyone likes to say that our team is full of robots, they're human at the end of the day. So would I be disappointed if we win nothing? Yes, but I'm not. I wouldn't be too mad, because the levels we've been competing at over the last 2 seasons, like, it is kind of unsustainable. So it's one of those. But like, if the form was continue to dip this next season, if we win nothing, then that's when I'd be concerned. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say today. I just kind of wanted to come in here, laugh at Klopp a little bit, because, you know, everything was meant to be so perfect for his going away, and you know, he was being so nice and so lovely, like he always is when Liverpool winning. But then everybody forgets that when they lose, he just becomes bitter and unbearable, and that's one of the main reasons I think I don't like Klopp. I don't like his constant moaning. But Pep does that as well. And it is, again, something I don't really like with Pep at City. But Pep's got enough redeeming qualities about him to make me like him. Whereas the big thing I don't like about Klopp is how big of a loser he is, and how sour of a loser he is. And it's just like, he can't take a loss well. So it's one of those though. But yeah, I've been Nathan. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like the video, comment down below your opinion, and also suggestions for the next video. I am working on a bigger video, like a bigger video essay video. That is, I'm working on that at the moment, but I am working on that video with someone else, so I'm just sort of waiting for them to do their bits for it, and then it can move further in the production. But yeah, when that video comes out, I think you guys will really enjoy it, and I'll give you some more information on it the closer I get to finishing it. But yeah, subscribe, like the video, comment down below suggestions for another video, share the channel with your friends, because it really does help the channel grow. And yeah, that's all really, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Shut down cases, they belly dots to the can't see faces, chasing the bad guy chase it. You don't wanna be the one like acing, like G-Takes and turn them out wasted. Aye, tell her bad bitch come break it, body come mad, come shake it, then get back to the basics, bro, don't shut down cases, they belly dots to the